Hello everyone, this is me Monali and I welcome you all in this video lesson with a very big heart. Children, in the previous video we glanced at simple permanent tissues and now before moving ahead with the complex type we need to stop by the concept of supporting tissues in plants. So let's start with epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost protective layer of the plant body. Children, we humans need a layer of skin to protect our internal visceral organs and systems, right? What do you think? Do plants also have skin? Yes, plants are not an exception to this. They also require and possess a protective covering throughout their body, but it is not called as skin. It is referred to as epidermis. Epidermis is mostly single-layered and forms a continuous layer of compactly arranged living cells without intercellular spaces. Epidermal cells are transparent. Now here I'll stop for a question. Do you think all plants have same structure and same type of epidermis layer? Yes, answer is no. Epidermis get modified depending upon the habitat and need of plant. Let's see different important functions of epidermis. The very first function of epidermis is to provide protection to plant from any mechanical injury. Let us consider a situation wherein we fall down while playing or dash against any object. Here, our skin is present to protect the underlying tissues and organs from the injuries we suffer. Like us, plants also suffer from injuries due to storms and strong gusts of winds, and also being eaten as food by insects and animals is one of the major daily causes of plant injuries. Fine hair-like structures on tomato plants or prickles on the rose plants are nothing but the epidermal cells that grow outwards to protect the plants by preventing animals or insects from reaching the main stem, which is an integral part of the plant body. Another very important function of epidermis is to provide protection against water loss. Again, we will have a comparison in between human and plants. As you all know that in humans 70% of body is made up of water, some of which is lost every day. To maintain this level, whenever we feel thirsty, we easily move to the nearest water source to quench our thirst. Plants can't move to do so. About 80% of a plant cell is made up of water. And plants can't move to satisfy its need of water. Moreover, water which falls on the leaves during rain doesn't get absorbed by leaves. So, In order to help plant conserve water, epidermal cells produce waxy substance called cutin, which forms a waterproof layer called as cuticle. It regulates the excessive loss of water through transpiration. Here is another question for you. What would plants growing in the dry habitat need the most? Of course, water. Desert plants like cacti live in scarcity of water and need to conserve their water level. So they have extra thick cuticle layer to prevent excessive water loss. In addition to extra thick cuticle, desert plant leaves are reduced to spines to prevent much water loss. Another important function of epidermis is to increase water absorption surface. In order to fulfill demand for water, the epidermal cells of roots are modified to form tiny hair-like structures called as root hairs, as you can see in this diagram. These root hairs increase the surface area for more absorption of water. With the help of this diagram, you can very well understand how root hairs are helpful in absorption of water and minerals. Let's see another important function of epidermis. Epidermis regulates the exchange of gases and loss of water vapor also. Children, besides water, another essential factor important for plant is air. We humans breathe in air through our nostrils. Similarly, plants also have to breathe to take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. This is made possible by presence of tiny openings on the surface of leaves, which are called as stomata. Stomata are actually the spots where the epidermal layer of leaves form openings, which actually function as plant nostrils. Opening and closing of stomatal pore is controlled by a pair of cells called as guard cells. Here in this diagram you can see guard cells are kidney shaped, and it happens in case of a dicot leaf. Also, in dicot leaf, number of stomata are more on the lower surface as compared to the upper surface. Stomata are dumbbell shaped in case of a monocot leaf. In monocot leaf, number of stomata are almost equal on both the upper surface and the lower surface of the leaf. Functions of stomata can be summarized as follows. They help in exchange of gases. Carbon dioxide gets entry in the leaf and oxygen leaves with the help of this stomatal opening. They control transpiration, which is a process during which water vapor is released into the atmosphere through the leaf surface. By controlling transpiration, epidermis layer help in conservation of water for plants. Do you think that stem will also possess the same type of epidermal layer as that in leaves and roots? No, not at all. As plants grow taller and bigger, the single layer of epidermis can no longer provide necessary protection. Therefore, it is replaced by another layer which gradually forms around the stem as the plant grows into a tree. This is called as the bark of the tree. In fact, all the tissues present outside the vascular cambium is called as bark. Cork. The outermost layer in the bark is called as cork. So we can say that cork is one of the components of bark. Cork cells are dead and are without any intercellular space. The walls of the cork cells are thickened by the deposition of a substance called as suberin. Suberin is also waterproof material. Functions of cork. It protects the internal tissues and prevents water loss. Cork also provides insulation against heat and cold. Lenticels, which are openings present in the cork, provide aeration to the inner tissues of the stem. Let's see some of the commercial importance of cork. It is used for insulation and as shock absorber in linoleum, that is flooring materials, and sports goods such as golf balls and baseballs. It is used for making bottle stoppers, dartboards, bulletin boards, etc. It is also used as anti-vibration shield in spacecrafts. It is also used as packaging materials. Pictures below show you different materials made up of cork. So here I'm going to finish with a very interesting question for you. Can you tell me what could be the reason behind this fact that cactus plant open their stomata only during the night? You can post your answer in the comment box. Thank you very much, dear children. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.